Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's learn computer science. Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we'll talk about something that makes your laptops and gaming PCs super fast, the solid state drive, or simply just SSD. Solid state drive, or you call it flash memory, it is basically a non-volatile storage device. That means even if you switch the power off, your data stays safely stored. Unlike hard disk drives that rely on moving parts like spinning platters, SSDs use flash memory chips that makes them fast, lighter, and way more reliable. And it is based on semiconductor technology, right? And data is stored in tiny electronic circuits using transistors. And your latest laptops like MacBook, Air, gaming PCs, they all use SSDs. That's why your systems are so fast these days. Now, let's have a look at how SSD look like. It's all electronic basically, no motors, no spinning disks. Instead, data is stored in tiny memory cells. Now let's have a look at principal operations of SSD. Now SSD, as I mentioned, it stores data in memory cells. And each cell is made up of two transistors with a floating gate and a control gate. And together these gates, they create non-volatile memory that keeps data even stored when power is off. Okay. Now, what a control gate does, it sends voltage into the cell during read write operations. Basically, it acts like a switch. So it allows current to pass through or it stops it. Now, floating gate, it basically stores or retains the data, okay, by trapping or releasing the electrons. Now, SSD can be created using either NAND gates or NOR gates. These memory cells basically are arranged in large grids. Now, many SSDs, they use something called NAND gates to connect the cells in series. This means data is stored in blocks, good for high capacity storage, like SSDs or USB drives. But some SSDs, especially the ones used in embedded systems, they use NOR gates. These allow the device to read or erase one byte at a time, which is perfect when speed and accuracy really matter, but they are costlier. SSDs basically they have no moving parts, so data access becomes really fast and more reliable with very low latency, unlike HDDs where latency is a problem. Now, inside SSDs, there is a smart chip called the controller. Controller handles all the basically behind the scenes tasks like reading and writing data, fixing errors, spreading out writes, cleaning up, and basically preparing the blocks for reuse, which we also call as garbage collection, right? Now, let's have a look at the exam style question. I have picked this question from May June 2024, paper component 1-1. The question is the video doorbell has a solid state flash secondary storage device. Complete the table by writing the answer or answers to each statement about the principal operation of solid state or flash memory. The statement is the two types of logic gate that can be used to create solid state devices. Next is the number of transistors contained in each cell, the type of gate that can retain electrons without power, and type of gate that allows or stops current from passing through. We have just covered all this in the as part of the principal operations, right? In these paragraphs. Here I have mentioned about, how many transistors are there, which gates are there, and using which gates we build SSD. Okay, so let's try and answer these questions. So they are saying the two types of logic gates that can be used to create solid state devices. So we have learned about this. One is NAND and other one is NOR. Number of transistors, there are two, and type of gate that can retain electrons, it is floating gate, and type of gate that allows or stops current from passing through is known as control gate. So this is the answer key for this question. So if you give the right answers, you get 4 marks for that. So that's all for today. In next video, we'll talk about optical storage devices and their principal operations. Till then, take care. Bye bye.